Prison can chew you up and spit you out. But what did it do to a monster like Jeffrey Dahmer? Keep watching to find out. On July 22, 1991, authorities in Milwaukee were led to the apartment of Jeffrey Dahmer by a man who escaped after being held captive there. Immediately upon arrival, authorities noted a foul odor inside the apartment. On further inspection, they found crates full of chemicals, a drawer full of macabre Polaroid photos, and numerous body parts, including 5 severed heads. Dahmer was ultimately charged and convicted of 15 counts of first-degree murder and subsequently sentenced to 15 life terms, which were to be served consecutively.
I hope you can deal with what you've done.
Dahmer arrived at the Columbia Correctional Institution in Portage, Wisconsin in February 1992. Due to the heinous nature of his crimes, Dahmer's case gained international attention. Therefore, in the interest of his own safety, he was placed in protective custody and held in isolation. Dahmer was also kept in shackles whenever he was out of his cell. After serving for a year, Dahmer asked prison officials to reconsider their decision to keep him in protective custody. As he had been cooperative and did not have any major infractions, he was moved out of the isolation cell and into a unit for prisoners with emotional and mental health difficulties. In this new unit, Dahmer had the freedom to interact with others. In addition to sharing mealtime, he was allowed to attend classes and sign up for work duties. Although some of the activities were not supervised, Dahmer appeared to get along with everyone. Dahmer also began spending time with prison minister Roy Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe claimed Dahmer expressed sincere remorse for the crimes he committed, even suggesting he should have been put to death as punishment. Dahmer also began taking a Bible correspondence course. It was mailed to him by Kurt Booth, who was a member of Oklahoma's Crescent Church of Christ. Booth learned about Dahmer while watching news coverage about his trial. In an interview which Booth saw on television, Dahmer proclaimed that he just wanted to find a little peace. Booth said he could tell the convicted killer was hurting and sent him the course material because he wanted to help Dahmer find peace through religion. After completing the course, Dahmer expressed an interest in being baptized. However, the prison did not have a formal baptismal tank, and nobody seemed willing to bring one in. Booth eventually got in touch with Roy Ratcliffe, and they arranged for the baptism to take place in the prison's whirlpool bathtub. Jeffrey Dahmer was baptized in May 1994. Following his baptism, Dahmer purchased 25 Bible correspondence courses, which he distributed to his fellow inmates. During this time, Dahmer seemed to maintain a ghoulish sense of humor, which his fellow inmates did not appreciate. For example, Dahmer routinely made jokes about cannibalism, molded his food to resemble body parts, and routinely warned guards and his fellow inmates that he may bite them. This behavior had deadly consequences. On November 28, 1994, Dahmer and 2 inmates, Jesse Anderson and Christopher Scarver, were cleaning the restrooms in the prison's gym. The 3 men were alone inside the restroom for approximately 20 minutes. When the guards returned, they found Anderson and Dahmer badly beaten. Both men ultimately died as a result of the wounds inflicted by Scarver. Scarver later said he had been unnerved by Dahmer's behavior, including his habit of making his food look like dismembered bodies. Scarver also claimed that Dahmer crossed the line with a number of people in the facility, both staff and prisoners. Referring to Dahmer, he said, "Some people who are in prison are repentant, but he was not one of them." Dahmer's attorney, Gerald Boyle, believes he knew his client would be killed when he asked to be placed in a unit with other inmates. Boyle said, "Dahmer had a death wish, and I know he didn't have the gumption to do it himself, so I predicted that the day would come when he would be killed in prison."